plant. Is it good or no?
It's Plant Link. I mean, Plant Link might still be a solid choice.
Rogue.
Rogue.
To be honest, let me just end this debate. Like I said, Cash, pure Cash is just a shifter deck. Just not as good as the other ones, so I don't really like it. Same thing with Flu. Not really well positioned. Same thing with Dragon Link. Lost a lot of engine cards. Same thing with the Plant Link.
For now, Rikka, you know what? You can't sleep on them with like other... They didn't get any direct hits at least, and with other decks getting hit, you know, just better for Rikka, right? Especially when their deck is really... They don't really have like generic extra deck monsters that they play. Maybe sometimes I've seen them play SP, but for the most part, they don't really. And, you know, obviously SP is still legal. And so, yeah, I think that they're a pretty solid choice, and you can't sleep on them too.
Rikka, el problema son principalmente las hand traps que se están jugando en el formato y que las mesas preestablecidas le están costando mucho de lidiar. Si jugáis en Europa es el mejor mazo del juego, y si no lo meteríamos aquí en una opción de rogue que no está nada mal.
Now Plants dodged a huge banlist big dog. I think that this particular deck is always, and probably always will be, a deck that takes a really good pipe. Doesn't matter how much more plant support we get, and no matter how good it is, you're still going to need a big brain to be able to play this deck. If you want to give a comparison to it from a past Yu-Gi-Oh deck, it's like Dragon Link, except less cool. Let's be real, dog. Dragon Link is at the tippity top of the top when it comes to coolness. I'm not debating with any of y'all over this. But a deck that requires a lot of skill to be able to play is bound to have its lumps along the way. Yu-Gi-Oh players will consistently give this deck a bad name because they just simply don't know how to master it.
Then we have Rikka, which is probably gonna be meta, like it's just gonna be appearing here and there, in my opinion. Still, like, it did lose some things on the ban list, not this recent one, but when the links were hit. And of course you have like Ragnarika and all of these other things that you can play, and a lot of insane combos that Jessica and, you know, probably other people have been developing. But I don't know, I just think that Rikka is still kind of scary because of all of these combos and everything that it can do, because it's extremely hard to interrupt the deck when you don't really know what it's trying to accomplish, and it has enough extenders. Not to mention that Rikka has historically been known as a deck that can run non-engine, so that's kind of threatening as well.
Rikka, I think, is very good just because it doesn't lose to board breakers, it loses to hand traps, but I can imagine a lot of people either playing Bestials as their hand traps of choice with other cards that might not necessarily be good against Rikka, or board breakers like Dark Ruler and stuff like that, which do less than nothing against Rikka, because just like Salamangreat, it diversifies its interruptions a lot by searching trap cards, having graveyard effects, and this is a very good thing. But again, I am not European, so I have no idea how to play this deck, or play against it, really. I've played against this deck once in my life, and I was lucky enough to draw so many hand traps that my opponent couldn't play the game, because otherwise I would have actually had to read the cards, and I don't know how to read. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player, come on.
Plant Link, adesso che ci sono meno FTK in giro, grazie al ban appunto di Beatrice, io lo metterei tra i deck pericolosi. Puoi permetterti di giocare questi deck a 50 carte senza problemi, e fa un endboard che spaventa parecchio, quindi mettiamolo qui.